start it, you can start it at any time.
Okay, I'm going to call this meeting to order. It's 6 o'clock, so we will start. If you guys would join us in saluting the flag, I would ask you to please stand. Salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. With that, I will move to number 2, which is approval of tonight's agenda. Do I have a motion to approve tonight's agenda? I have a first motion by Alma Rios. Do I have a second for approval of tonight? Second by Victoria Cornell. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. 4 out of 4, oh, aye. With that, I'm going to welcome the guests. Welcome to the meeting of the Fairfax Elementary School District Board of Trustees. This meeting is held in compliance with the state of California and County of Kern Sunshine Laws. We have a place on the agenda to hear from members of the public who attend our meeting. It is good if you can call the superintendent before the meeting and have a place on the agenda for any issue you want to talk about. However, if you haven't done that, you may fill out a form provided for you and give it to the board before the meeting begins. Each item on the agenda can be discussed by members of the public. 20 minutes are provided for each agenda item. Several people can speak during these 20 minutes. We do hope that you and attendance will refrain from visiting during the meeting, as this can be disconcerting to the board members. Thank you for being here. So with that, we'll move into C, which is public comment.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Moland. Tonight, we have a number of people wanting to address the board. Because of time, we want to just remind everybody, 20 minutes can be spoken, can be allocated for each agenda item, 3 minutes per person. So there is a retirement resignation section that people are wanting to speak on, and then there is board, just general board issues. And so what we'll do is I guess we'll start in alphabetical order and start with board issues type that they want to talk about, and then we'll go into the retirement issues. So with that, there are a few people that want to speak. Remember, 3 minutes per person. And with that, Maria Hernandez. That's fine. We're okay.
Good evening. I just want to say that I'm very, very disappointed in what's been happening lately here at Fairfax, because you have scheduled 2 whole meetings for town hall meetings, and then you cancel it. Why are you doing that? Why are you not here when you're supposed to be here? Why are you spending money that you're not supposed to be spending on yourself? I also would like to know the $3,000 that you have spent for the law firm. When was this the date? And I have the right to know that. The date that you pay the lawyers. If I've been emailing all the board members, I haven't heard from anybody except for Victoria, which I really appreciate that. Also, I think I have the right to know under the Freedom Act of 2000, as a board member, as a taxpayer, and because you elected yourself to be here, and you have to answer to the community. And I just want to tell Mr. Tapia, even though he's not here, that I don't appreciate him being threatening me that he's gonna sue me, because I haven't done anything to offend anybody except to ask for things that I don't think are correct. Because you guys are supposed to be here to look out for the best interest of the students, the community, and the teachers. And obviously, that's not happening, because you guys don't even get along. You guys, when you make a decision, people is thinking about it. Let me think about it, how I'm gonna vote. You guys supposed to be here to look out to better the district, to better the community. Unfortunately, there's not a lot of parents here, but they are out there who are very angry and very disgusted what's going on, and we're tired. We're tired of people taking advantage of this community. We don't, because we don't have an education, or you don't think we have the background to argue, but we will. You're not gonna quiet our voices. I don't know why you hiding. I don't know why you don't fight for the right thing you were elected to do. If all of you don't want to do this job, it's easier to say, okay, I'm done. I'm tired of this. You're not gonna quiet my voice.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next up, who's requested is Ms. Pariseau. Is Ms. Pariseau here? Okay. How about Ms. Cardenas, Alma?
Good evening. After months of being ignored, the community finally got the opportunity for a town hall meeting was canceled. Why? Unreported and undocumented crimes of vandalism. To a few of us, that's not enough of a reason. A member of the community's property was vandalized in the defense of Mullen, but we carried on. We believe that the needs have been changed. The district is putting the bill for additional security for extra legal counsel. Why? Unsubstantiated threats have been false claims of vandalism on Mullen's car. The community believes that the current board is a threat to the success of children's futures and Fairfax's long legacy. Should the legal counsel be used for better the school? Not personal. Not a personal gain. The community is not being given public access to the censor created last year. Why? Because Mullen was found guilty on a lot of things that would never teach our children. The community believes this is wrong. An outstanding role model should not have something so serious to hide using legal means. Why do we keep on reviewing the situation? Why can't the board do the right thing for the kids in the district? The community's position remains the same. The resign of the position may be given to those who can bring success to the district. And this is a great district. I've been here for 20 years. My girls came here and they're very proud of where they came from. I have one at CSUB graduating this year, and she is honored that she came to this school. And all the success that she has now is because she got an education starting here, and the teachers here. And those teachers are the ones who driven away because of your decisions. And I don't appreciate that, Palmer. I really don't. Also, you already spent $3,000. I hope that there's funding for our graduation, because I am not gonna stand here and say that I have a limit on what I can spend for our kids, because they just do a really, really good graduation like every year. Booster does not have the funds. We have not had any fundraisers, so there's no funds for Booster. There's no funds for ASB. So I hope that we do have the funds for a great graduation, which our kids have earned and deserve. Thank you.
Thank you.
And then the final on this is Ronnie Radica.
I want to ask the board tonight, if the new law firm is advising you not to speak to the public. For 4 months, the public has asked for a town hall meeting so that we may address our concerns and have our questions answered. But for 4 months, this board has had one excuse after another as to why we cannot have that meeting. I ask you tonight, why the secrets? What are you hiding from us? We demand that our questions be answered. Also, March I sent board emails 2 separate times regarding the cancellation of the town hall meeting that was scheduled for last month. I didn't receive a response. The only response I received from Mr. Coleman. It would have been nice for the board to answer my questions, but I had to hear it from him. I want to know, is it standard procedure for the superintendent to answer board emails? Because I've never heard of it. I've never witnessed such terrible leadership from people who are supposed to make important decisions for the students of this district. We want answers. We will not stay silent until our questions are answered. With that, I end with a congratulations to Mr. Coleman on his retirement. I wish you nothing but the best in life, and it was a pleasure working with you. The person that follows you will have very big shoes to fill.
Okay, that is all that I have in that section. So there are some people that want to speak on retirement. And so I will remember 3 minutes apiece, and I only have so much tissues. So from there on we go. Mr. Walker from KFTA.
Good evening, Mr. Coleman. Thank you for all of the stuff that you've done for us over these years. I speak on behalf of the certificated staff, and I know a lot of students who've been impacted under your leadership. We want to thank you for equipping us and motivating us and giving us the tools that are necessary to make the impact to these students in our neighborhoods. And without your leadership, I'm sure we wouldn't have been where we are today. And I simply want to say thank you on their behalf, but more importantly, with your permission, I'd just like to say something to your wife.
Sure. Don't make her cry.
You know, for 6, 7, 8 years now, I've sat across the desk for him for stuff to do with KFTA, and I gotta tell you, he's an honorable man. The guy has integrity. He has never been the guy to be on his chest and say, I'm the superintendent. He listens. He's a loving man. He's a godly man. And we pray the best for you guys in your retirement as you move to this part of your lives. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Did that mean I could have gotten 0.5% less last time, or? All right, very good. Marissa Wood.
And I have a copy for all of you to read. I put yours in Spanish. And if you wouldn't mind making sure that since Mr. Tapia is not here,
We can put it for the record.
would you mind? Yeah. Okay, I can't do this one. So many hands. Mine is- There you go.
Good evening, Mr. Coleman, board members, and the Fairfax community. Mr. Coleman, while your sudden retirement has come as a great surprise, it does not lessen the appreciation I have for you and your 16 years of dedicated service to the students, families, and staff of the Fairfax School District. While we have disagreed on several occasions, never once did my respect for your stalwart leadership wane. You have proven to be a superintendent who continually puts the best interests of the students first, and I thank you for that. Under your leadership, this small district has grown in size and stature. Many times, other districts have looked to the Fairfax School District as a trailblazer and a model to be followed. I thank you for that. Your fiscal acumen and responsibility has kept this district financially strong and thus able to be consistently improving the environment for instruction and providing our students with an even playing field as compared to other more affluent districts. I thank you for that. As a member of the KFTA bargaining team, negotiations were never contentious, quite the opposite. Neither side lost focus of our shared goal, providing the best education possible for the students and families we serve. While attending CTA statewide conferences, there were a myriad of times where I thanked my lucky stars. You were our superintendent. After hearing the horror stories from other bargaining members and CTA union members that they faced from their self-serving superintendents. When other districts were issuing pay cuts, furloughs, or layoffs, we experienced none of that. You chose to make cuts far away from the classroom. I thank you for that. You successfully guided this district through a never-before-experienced worldwide pandemic. Never was there a doubt that you had the health and safety of your students, families, and staff at the forefront of your decision-making. We have all come through this challenge better, stronger, and more united in our dedication to this most noble profession and our students' education. I thank you for that. On a personal note, while I cannot thank you for being a Seahawk fan, I can forgive you for that. Yeah, baby. I wish you a blessed retirement from the district and continued health and joy as you move forward. And I promise you, Mr. Coleman, that no matter who the 3 board members appoint to replace you, I will continue to actively and legally speak out in advocacy for our students and the misuse of power and funds that threatens their education, an education that you and the staff of the Fairfax School District have worked so hard to achieve. Thank you, and God bless.
Okay, Pam Padilla.
I honestly don't know how I'm supposed to follow that.
I don't know.
That's why I get the big bucks.
Hello, good evening. I just want to take a few minutes to express my gratitude and appreciation to a man who has done his best to persevere through one of the most difficult years that we have ever seen. The superintendent is the top executive, sort of CEO in a school district. He makes day-to-day decisions about important school programs and functions that serve to meet the needs of students and meet the district goals. The superintendent must also respond to demands of all the other educational interest groups in the district, such as teachers, students, parents, staff, advocates, and the community at large. Mr. Coleman, you have faced many challenges with this coronavirus, yet you and the district have made strides in reaching our students and provide them a worthy education, even if it is off campus. You have also faced the tyranny of the school board and done your best to keep the peace when the community masses came to you asking questions and demanding answers. Despite your efforts, you were constantly disrespected by the board members who have recently made the conscious decision to delay your evaluation and refuse to follow the expertise that you have given them. To this day, you remain a peaceful diplomat between the community and the board. I am sad that you will be retiring. You have been a good friend and over the years, an honest representative for the Fairfax School District. We do not need a failing board to tell us how great you are and how we appreciate your efforts. Thank you, Mr. Coleman, and God bless you.
Jennifer Spalding.
of the district office staff, we would just like to say thank you to Mr. Coleman for all he's done for this district. You've truly been a great boss to work for, and we are proud to have been part of your team. In spite of the challenges this past year has brought, you've remained positive and maintained composure when most wouldn't, which is admirable. Other bosses lead by authority, but you have always led us by respect. You're leaving this district, but your legacy will remain here forever. Please know that you'll be greatly missed by all of us.
All right, and finally, I have Carrie Costin.
So yes, I'm gonna be emotional. But if you know me, then that's no surprise to you. Mr. Coleman, thank you so much for your many years of service. I've had 3 children come through this school district, and they've done amazing. And I'm sure you remember me at the very beginning, coming scared, because I was coming to an area that I wasn't familiar with, and I've heard a bunch of bad things about this area. But with your reassurance and with your guidance, my kids went through the school with pride. They went on to high school with top honors, and they graduated with top honors. I credit you a lot. With my youngest, who is now a junior in high school, but is graduating a year early. Because 7 years ago, we came to you when she was being treated very unfairly by a staff member, and because of that, by teachers or by students. You handled it. You handled it beautifully and in a way that most people don't even know. And that's why when Mr. Walker says you're not the superintendent to beat on your chest, absolutely. Because of you, my child enjoys school to the best of her ability, to the point that she is going on to continue in college and graduated early because of it. In what could have been a really bad situation, you protected us in that. I came to you through the years with many parents that were afraid to come to the superintendent because they didn't know you. And you handled all of them with the same wisdom and kindness that you handled with my child. And I've seen it over and over again, and I'm very thankful for that. I can't imagine this district having as good of a superintendent as we've had in you. I'm very sorry to see that you are leaving us. I completely understand it. There are definitely big shoes to be filled here. And going forward, I hope that the people on this board who have an agenda and have had the agenda, that you would finally put our children first now that part of your agenda is done, and that we won't continue to have these problems, because our children are not a political game. They're not to be played as pawns. They are the future of this country, and we need them, and we need good examples like Mr. Coleman going forward for them. So thank you very much for your years of service, and you will be grateful for this.
If you want to.
Okay, so, as you guys know, I used to work for the district, and Mr. Coleman helped me a lot. He helped me when I had my nonprofit organization, getting the kids off of the street. He helped me with the use of facilities. You know, I had my nonprofit organization where my kids played basketball. He set up games with his son's traveling team, and we used the gym. When others would have to pay large amounts, he would allow me to sign a waiver for use of facilities to help students in our district. And I was looking forward to working with him for many more years, and this has been come as a surprise to me. And he told me, you'll be speaking at my retirement dinner, but I really did not know it was coming this soon. And I'm grateful, I'm thankful, because whenever we needed to have a barbecue, whenever we needed to have a fundraiser, he was the first to say you can use the cafeteria. He was the first to say you could use the grill. And I thank him for that. And many of you guys don't get to see behind the scenes, but he never said no to me. And he was always there, and he always listened. He always fought for me, even up until the last minute. When people online made certain comments, he sent emails to defend me, and I thank him for that. And so I just want to say thank you so much for being there for me.
Thank you. And Mr. Mullen, that is all of the public comment unless I've missed somebody or somebody's come in late. I think we're good. Good.
Can I make a comment on behalf of the community for Mr. Coleman?
I'm sorry,
Can I make a comment for your retirement
sure.
on behalf of the community?
Sure.
I just wanted to say that I'm very sad to see you leave. I've been a parent for 20 years, and I had a previous superintendent. And I remember when you came the first year, well, probably with your second or third, my son was gonna be honored in the banquet for good grades.
Mhm.
And I asked you, I said, you don't think you need to be there? Because I never seen superintendents in there before. We're talking about the banquet that you
Yes,
do over there.
yes.
And you said, sure. And I remember my son said, it was so awesome to see somebody from the top come to see us and celebrate with us. And I always see you around, anything that's going on, so I really appreciate that. And like I told you last time, a lot of kids done really good. Like my friend Alma said, like she said, you know, our kids are very succeeding in the world. They had a very good foundation, and that's why I'm fighting for. My son graduated first in class from Miramonte High School, and he's a Bruin now. He's at UCLA. My daughter graduated from Cal State LA, and she came here too. And that's why I'm here, is to show kids that no matter where they're coming from, they have the same opportunities as anybody else. And I think the leaders are key for their success, and I will keep fighting for them until the end. Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good retirement.
I can't say much other than it's been the honor of my life. Thank you. Okay, so the rest of this agenda, Mr. Mullen, is consent. Up to the board, there is really the board can make one action, or it's however the board wants to.
Okay, so we are going to move to the consent section, and we have a request to go individually for the consent section. We're going to approve the warrant and payroll. So if I could get a motion to approve the month of March payroll.
I'd like to make a motion that, I'm going to remove my mask, that request warrant number 44727878 be pulled from this batch and moved to the May meeting. I know that this is privilege of information on this warrant, and I cannot be specific at this time. However, I am concerned with that warrant that we are out of compliance with Board Bylaw 9124. And I would like to request a closed session meeting for the May meeting, please.
What warrant was that?
44727878.
So for board information, the board can, for the minutes, approve the batch of B warrants as presented minus that one specific, and that can be added back onto the May agenda for approval, consideration after after the
Yes.
conversation. So if that's how you want to do that, that's your motion.
That's a motion.
I'll
So
second.
Okay, so let me go here. Alma Rios for
yeah. Okay.
Virginia Lawson,
Aye.
Palmer Mullen, aye. Victoria Cornell,
Aye.
aye. So that was gonna be 4-0. So we'll bring that back for May.
So just for the minutes, all of the warrants have been approved except warrant 44727878, and that there will be a closed session meeting in May. And Laura, Mr. Herndon can get you the language. Okay. Okay,
Okay, so next we'll have approval of our next regular board meeting, May 13th, 2021. If I can get a motion on that.
First motion.
First motion by Ms. Rios,
Second?
second by
Virginia.
Lawson. Alma Rios.
Aye.
Virginia Lawson.
This is all part of the consent
No,
section,
he's
right? So are you doing each one separately now?
he's taking it and
Okay,
going
aye.
separately.
Palmer Mullen, aye. Victoria Cornell. Okay, that's a 4-0. We have 3, which is gonna be the confidential management, director of maintenance, operation, and transportation. It is recommended that the board approve the superintendent's recommendation to hire the following individual to the position listed. Ivan Mendieta, Director of Maintenance, Operation, Transportation, DO, PO number 228302. Can I get a motion on that one?
I so move.
I'll second.
I got a first by Virginia, a second by Victoria. Mario,
Aye.
what was that, Alma?
I heard aye.
Nate?
Nay.
She's thinking about it.
For Virginia Lawson,
Aye.
I will abstain from voting.
It's against policy, Mr. Mullen. You have to have a reason to abstain. The board bylaw requires you to vote, especially with 4. The abstain will go to the positive if that's what you're going to occur.
Me and you talked about, I don't know how this is supposed to go, but, before I used to coach and.
Are you saying you have a conflict of interest?
I'm saying by voting, it would.
Okay.
It would.
So if you have a conflict of interest and you're abstaining, can I ask what her vote is?
Yes.
Okay, so we would have two positives, a nay and an abstain. The abstain would go to the positive, the motion would pass. For the minutes, that's how that reads.
For the conflict of interest, okay, this is the reason, I don't know if.
Sir, I'm just saying, this is a process that has taken a number of months. Twice this gentleman has come out on top. He was a highly recommended candidate with MOT participating in the process. No board member has approached me other than you the day before the last meeting. We talked about all of the situations, and you said, if this is your recommendation, I accept it. I'm not sure what we're talking about right now, but if there's an abstention and we have a nay and we have 2 positives, then the motion passes because your abstention goes to the positive.
Okay, the
If you
reason,
don't want the motion to pass, then vote how you want it to vote.
Okay, this is, let me,
This gentleman earns his job. His wife and family are here today as a promotional opportunity. I believe that this should have been handled.
It should have been handled the last meeting that you both were very aware of and did not show up. Okay? This is unacceptable and it's not okay. You guys are disrupting all. This is not okay.
the reason why I
I'm sorry,
wasn't
Mr.
here.
Mullen, I don't.
Well,
But on this
I don't-
issue,
I-
I've heard a nay, I've heard a
I-
yay, I've heard a yay and an abstain.
And
Can we proceed? I don't need to know the reason.
Just,
Please proceed.
let's just try to make sure we get for the record what the votes were. And I heard nay, I heard
Yay.
yay, I heard an abstain, and I heard a yay.
Yes.
So the motion will pass on 2-1 and an abstention.
I'm,
You don't like it, huh?
That's a recorded vote. It's a recorded vote, and welcome to Fairfax. And if there's anything else, then I would highly recommend the attorneys get involved. So you're gonna get yourself. Be careful.
I'm just saying, I got a call just, about this position. And I don't want the person that called,
Did not call me, did not call the lead
Did
CEO of the
not
district,
call,
nor did the board president
did
call me
not
before the
call
meeting.
the superintendent.
The problem with you, Palmer, is that you have lied so much that nobody believes anything that you say anymore.
I'm trying to make sure that because the person called,
Then the person.
Guys, this is a board meeting, not a public meeting. I hate to say that, but you need to just keep it in
They
here.
should have been here.
okay, so I just want to let you guys know that they called and they are an administrator from that district, and I just want to make sure if I vote, that it's not gonna count against me.
The
So with that being said, and I had a player that got hurt on one of those campuses. But with that being said, I'm going to go with the superintendent's recommendation.
Thank you.
And I'm going to ask for a motion to reconsider for a 4-0. I'm asking for a motion to reconsider to be laid upon the table for a 4-0 vote.
Okay, hold on. Let me help.
For unanimous, so we can
Hold on.
reconsider if there's anybody that wants to change.
So are
their vote.
you asking for you want the roll call vote to happen again? Okay.
Reconsider.
Miss Rios, is your vote A or nay? You're nay? She's still nay.
I'm yay.
You're yay. You just said you were going to follow the superintendent's recommendation.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so we're 3-1. Motion carries 3-1. Welcome to the district, Mr. Mendieta. Congratulations. God bless you. You're going to be good. You're going to be good. All right. All right. So we are, Mr. Mullen, we're at number 4. Is Gloria Diaz Munoz here? Because I'd love her to be here. Just, as she's my partner on the paper right here. So we're at retirement. So can anybody want to make a motion to last item on the agenda? We can call it a night. Alma makes the first motion
For
the retirement, resignation retirement.
second,
Do we have a second? Want to make a second? Make a second?
second,
Second for Mr. Mullen.
Mario
She was the first
for the vote.
for the right. So, okay, your roll call. So Alma. All right.
Virginia Lawson,
This is for both retirements.
We have for the retirement and the resignation. Yes, it is. Go ahead.
With reservation, I will. I want everybody to know that I believe Mr. Coleman has been by far the best superintendent I have seen in my 60 years.
All right. Let's just go down the road. Mr. Mullen, what's your vote?
As we talked on the phone, I tried to get you to stay
None.
to the end of the year at least.
All right,
And as we spoke, I tried to get you to stay to the end of the year because this is a very difficult decision, and I'm learning how to do this role. I'm sorry, but I am learning. So, you guys don't know, like I said before, you guys don't know how much Mr. Coleman has helped me. You guys do not know how difficult this task is. You know, I barely started learning how to do this in the last December. I barely started learning about this. Okay, I was not taught how to do this. So this man has helped me, like I have said, and I have asked him to stay to the end of the year. And so we can, and I made the comment, and I made the comment for us to be able to work together. Again, this was a surprise to me as well as it was to you guys.
So
I'm
about ready to start
Excuse me.
crying. Yep, guys, Mr. Mullen, I'm trying real hard to get through this emotion. We can just get the vote. We can
Okay, so, my vote would be with that, yes.
Okay, and then
Victoria,
Victoria.
Mine is a no, Mr. Coleman.
Thank you. Yeah.
It's a no.
3-1. Guys, it has been the honor of a lifetime. Thank you so very much for loving me and accepting me and my family. I've had the blessing of hiring my entire administration, and I don't know a single superintendent that's ever been able to do that. And I've also been here long enough to hire probably 80% of the people that work with us. So God bless you all. I love you all, and I'll never forget you. So. It's 42, it's 43. We need a motion. Second. Motion and second, Rios and Lawson.
I'm sorry, but before we finish, Mr. Coleman, again, thank you so much for everything you've done. Unfortunately, there's business that needs to be taken care of. You know, the hiring of, who's gonna take your place, again, big shoes to be filled. Okay, there's property that is pending. There's so much business that has needed to be taken care of that hasn't. So we need to hold a special board meeting. The sooner the better. If we can do it Monday, it needs to be done Monday. Okay, there's a lot of business that needs to be taken care of, and it has been pushed to the side because of the time management issues from certain board members. Okay? We also need to, I'm sorry, excuse me. I'm also requesting for the censor resolution be brought back. Again, F3 needs to be addressed again. Okay, it's taking a lot of funds away from our children. Okay, so I'm requesting it be done soon.
Thank you.
Okay, well, Mrs. Brown will stands at the ready. She's very capable. She can set meetings. She can do agendas for you. She can, there's not a single thing that I'm aware of that she's not. She's been looped in on everything. And I'll never not take a phone call. So just, God bless you all. You're going to be fine. I'm not the first, I won't be the last, and I wasn't first here. So you'll be fine. And if anything, Fairfax has always proven to be resilient. So you will be fantastic. So just hang in there, and you're good people. You'll get people. take a deep breath and you'll do the right thing. So, okay? Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it very much. Yeah, we did. We got the motion from Alma and here and that, and she voted aye, so it's a 4.
There was a one nay, right?
One nay is on this item. It was one nay, it was for Victoria Cornell.
Well, can we